What's up, superheroes? Welcome to my channel, the place where we make the impossible possible. I'm Scarlett Grace. I'm a manifestation coach, and I help people break through their limitations and manifest their heart's desires. Today, I'm here to give you a very important message. Stop wasting your time with manifesting. Here's the thing. All the thoughts that you think, all the emotions that you feel, all the mental pictures that you create in your mind, all the mental scenarios, all the imaginary conversations, all the actual conversations that you have during your day, all of those things manifest and shape the reality around you. All of those things manifest. So stop wasting your time on things that manifest in your reality, undesirable things. Stop focusing on the negative. Stop obsessing over all the reasons why your desire will not manifest. So stop wasting your energy on things, on actions, on thoughts, on feelings, on conversations, on interactions with people that manifest something that you don't want in your reality. This is basically it. You don't have any time to waste, and all this energy that you put into things that you don't want. For example, when you're complaining about not having money, or the state of the world, or how horrible the world is, or how horrible 2021 was, or whatever. All of those things will just manifest more of that unwanted reality into your reality. It will just perpetuate problems. It will perpetuate unwanted circumstances. Because all of those things manifest. It may not be a conscious effort like when you sit down to visualize or when you do your affirmations, but everything you do in your reality contributes to what manifests. So I want you to think carefully about how much time and how much energy you put into the things that you hadn't even thought as manifesting up until now. Things like being on the phone complaining about different situations, or spending a long time hearing other people complain, because maybe it's not you who complains. Maybe you think, okay, I've stopped complaining, so I'm okay. But if you hear somebody for hours every day on the phone, day in and day out, complaining about everything, like if you have a best friend or a sibling or somebody you know, and they call you every single day, and for an hour or two, every single day, they complain about everything. They broke up with their significant other. They lost their job. They don't have money. They got a zit. They had a bad hair day, and this is going wrong, and that is going wrong. Even if you're not consciously complaining, this affects your feelings. By hearing another person saying all those things, especially if it goes on and on and on, and it's not just a few minutes of your time, you're just constructing all those mental images in your mind of all those miserable things this person is telling you. Now, I'm not saying cut out of your life every person who needs to vent. Everybody needs to vent every once in a while. You may need to vent every once in a while, and that's healthy. The problem is, if you have people in your life that are consistently very, very negative, and they feel that what they need to do is call you or ask you to meet so that they can vent, and that's the only thing that they do, and they do it all the time. So you have this best friend, and that's what she does every single week when you meet for coffee. Or you have this friend who calls you all the time, and they call you only when there's a problem. They call you only to complain. It's not just a one-off, because today they had a bad day. It's a constant thing. This affects your manifesting. This is wasted manifestation energy on your part because you invest in those things. If you hear somebody talk about negative things for an hour, if you sit down and watch the news 3 times a day, even if you try not to be affected, your emotions will react. You will have some kind of emotional reaction. Maybe that's pity, maybe that's sadness, maybe that's anger, but it is going to be an emotional reaction, and feeling is the secret. Feeling manifests. So what are you manifesting in your reality when you're having negative feelings about all kinds of things? When you sit there for an hour or half an hour and you hear somebody complain, or you watch something really sad on the news, and you try not to focus on those things, but your mind constructs images of all those negative circumstances in somebody else's life, and you have an emotional reaction. So that's basically manifesting. That's basically feeding negative manifestations in your reality. And all that time is time that you could spend focusing on thinking good things about your life, focusing on imagining the things that you want to manifest, focusing on how great it is to have all those things, living from the end. And another way you waste your time when it comes to manifesting is when you get triggered by something and you spend hours venting in your mind or feeling sorry for yourself for not having that thing. So maybe you want to manifest a marriage proposal and you're sitting at the restaurant and somebody else proposes to their girlfriend. And you react to that. And it's not a problem when you react and it's just a few minutes and then you realize what is going on and you direct your thoughts to something else. It is a problem when you react and it ruins your evening and then it ruins the next day and the next, and it takes days to get it out of your system. Why? Because all the thoughts that you're having during that time are manifesting reality as you know it until now, a reality where you don't have what you want. You're just feeding the old reality. You're feeding the old story. So that's another way you waste time. That's time that you could have spent manifesting what you want, focusing on already having what you want, focusing on feeling joy, focusing on feeling the feelings of the wish fulfilled. The way to fix this problem is very simple. The first and most important step is to decide that from now on, you're going to put more of a focus on the things that you want and less of a focus to the things that don't bring you joy. If you have been complaining a lot, then stop complaining. Whenever you have the urge to complain, remind yourself that you're the creator of your reality, and if this is an unwanted situation, you don't have to complain. You don't have to feel angry. You don't have to vent all the time. All you have to do is make a note to manifest a different reality around that specific thing. So let's say that you hate your job right now. You have a boss that you hate. You're not getting paid enough to put up with that kind of behavior. You just hate going to work. Well, you don't have to vent about it all the time. You already know what you don't want. Instead of focusing on what you don't want, which is going to perpetuate that situation, just make a note that you want to manifest a new job, a job where you get paid more, you have a better boss, you have great co-workers, and it's a joy to go to work every day. Just make a note, and then when you go home, you construct your affirmations or your imaginal scene, and you start manifesting it. And you put more energy into that, into how much you enjoy that new job, into how wonderful it is to have a much more positive work environment than you put in complaining about where you currently work, about your current boss, about your current co-workers. Or maybe you want to manifest a specific person, and you see that person out on a date and you get triggered. You don't have to spend days or weeks feeling sorry for yourself and thinking I'm not good enough, I will never manifest this, I don't know why he's dating other people instead of me, I don't know why she's dating other people instead of me. No, because that just feeds your current reality. All those thoughts come from a negative self-concept that creates a reality that you don't want. You're allowed to feel bad for a few moments there, but that's all. Then switch to your affirmations, switch to your imaginal scene. Tell yourself it doesn't matter what is happening in my physical reality. I'm going to go to my happy place. What's my happy place? My imaginal scene about me and this person being happily together in a relationship, or my affirmations. And if you don't feel in the mood to do any of those things because you're too upset, maybe watch a movie. Do something fun. Call a friend who isn't the type who vents all the time. Do something wholesome that feeds your soul and your spirit so that you can feel better. Watch cat videos online. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and also to hit the bell icon because I put out new videos every Sunday to help you manifest an amazing life.